You wake up, but you can't move. Your chest feels heavy, like something is sitting on you. You try to scream, but no sound comes out. Then you see it, a dark figure in the corner of your room. It's watching you. This is sleep paralysis, and it's terrifying. I've investigated the paranormal for years. I've seen things that would make most people run away screaming, but nothing compares to the raw terror of sleep paralysis. It's a feeling of helplessness, of being completely at the mercy of something you can't see or fight. Many people experience sleep paralysis differently. Some see shadowy figures, others feel like they're being choked or dragged from their beds, but the core experience is the same. You're awake, but your body is asleep, and something feels very wrong. I've heard countless stories from people who claim to have encountered demons during sleep paralysis. One woman told me about a horrifying figure with glowing red eyes that pinned her down, its hot breath on her face. Another swore he was abducted by aliens, paralyzed and helpless, as they experimented on him. These stories are terrifying, no doubt, but are they real? As an investigator, I've learned to be skeptical. The human mind is powerful, especially when it's teetering between wakefulness and sleep. During sleep paralysis, the line between dreams and reality blurs. Our deepest fears can manifest as vivid hallucinations. However, I've also encountered cases that defy easy explanation. People who've never believed in the paranormal suddenly describing the same demonic entity down to the smallest detail. These experiences leave me wondering if there's more to sleep paralysis than meets the eye. Science has a less dramatic but no less fascinating explanation for sleep paralysis. It's all about the different stages of sleep. During REM sleep, our muscles are essentially paralyzed to prevent us from acting out our dreams. Sleep paralysis occurs when our minds wake up before our bodies do. We're left conscious but unable to move, caught between the real world and the dream world. This explains the physical sensations, the feeling of pressure on the chest, the inability to speak. But what about the hallucinations? Scientists believe these are caused by the intrusion of REM sleep imagery into our waking consciousness. Our dream-filled minds, still partially active, create the monsters that haunt us. So is it all in our heads? Maybe. But knowing the science doesn't make the experience any less terrifying, and it doesn't fully explain the shared experiences, the recurring figures that appear in cultures across the globe. Sleep paralysis is not a new phenomenon. For centuries, cultures around the world have described demonic creatures that prey on the helpless during the night. The Japanese have the kanashibari, a malevolent spirit that sits on your chest and steals your breath. In Newfoundland, it's the old hag who suffocates you in your sleep. These stories, though rooted in different cultures, share striking similarities. They reflect our universal fear of the unknown, of being vulnerable and powerless in the dark. Sleep paralysis, regardless of its scientific explanation, taps into this primal fear, giving it a terrifyingly real form. So, the next time you wake up unable to move, heart pounding in your chest, remember this. You're not alone. Sleep paralysis is a terrifying but ultimately harmless experience. And the monsters we see in the dark, they might just be shadows of our own minds, reflections of our deepest fears, or maybe, just maybe, there's something more. The truth, as always, is out there,